Am I the asshole for asking my dad's girlfriend to help me buy a bra? My F13 parents are divorced. I spend 1 week with mum and then 1 week with dad. As for holidays and summer break, it's 50-50 too. 1 year ago my dad started dating his GF, Mary, and 2 months ago she moved in with him. Some time ago my breasts started growing. I was happy as I was the last one in my class, but it turned out to be a problem because if I don't have a bra, my breasts and what's worse nipples are clearly visible if I have thin t-shirt, like during PE class, or if I'm cold. Some of my classmates even started noticing it and it was embarrassing. I don't want everybody to be able to stare at my breasts. Obviously, I asked my mum to buy me a bra but she told me that there's no need as my breasts are still very small and that she'll buy me one in a few months. I was upset but I knew that if I'll continue this topic, mum will get upset. We don't have money problem or anything by the way, she just gets upset easily. So when I was spending time at dad's, I asked dad for some money and Mary if she will go with me and help me buy a bra. I didn't want to ask dad to go and help me choose one because I think it would be weird. Mary agreed and helped me buy not 1 but 3 different bras which are great and I'm much more comfortable during PE classes and in general. But my mum is angry with me. She told me that she's my mum and not Mary and that I had no right to ask Mary about buying me bras if she didn't agree. She says that I am doing things behind her back. I didn't want to, but I didn't want to wait few months because I needed a bra now, because I had problem with going to school. Am I the asshole? Not the asshole. Your mom is out of line for not agreeing to take you to get bras when you asked. What were you to do? I'm glad you have the kind of relationship with Mary where you felt you could ask for help. Not the asshole. I'm a stepmother and when my stepdaughter wanted to get a bra I texted her mom to give her the opportunity to take her. Had she refused, I would have taken her. You gave your mom first shot. She didn't take it. Not the asshole. Your dad's girlfriend sounds more sensible and caring than your own mother. Your mom is jealous of GF. Now you know who you can go to if you need someone. Too bad it can't be your mother. Not the asshole. Some adults get weird about their kids needing new clothing items like bras cuz it reminds them their kid is growing up. And your mom probably barely notices your developing body, what she describes as small breasts. But kids in your class, and you, definitely do. Hormones and puberty is a weird time. All in all you deserve to be comfortable and I'm glad you have other adults who will take you to get items for you to feel and be comfy. You also asked your mom before going to Mary and she refused. So it's on your mom to be more receptive to your needs going forward. Not the asshole. You did go to her first. She ignored your feelings. She caused this, not you. Am I the asshole for smacking a bottle that my girlfriend was drinking from out of her hand? My girlfriend, 28F, is a very adventurous, daring, and extroverted person. I, 27M, am, you might say, less so. One of her friend groups has this thing going on where they take turns to come up with dares, and the ones who do them get points based on how difficult the group thinks the dare is. There's no money involved, just bragging rights. Usually it's stuff that's more funny than anything else, like having to knock on 10 houses to ask for toilet paper. But recently someone came up with a dare to drink half a bottle, 500 milliliters, of soy sauce. When I heard her talk about it, I flat out told her that that was really stupid and she could die, or at least be in real danger. I explained why, and I thought she agreed with me, so I dropped it. Later that night, I went to get some water, and in the kitchen I found her filming herself drinking from the soy sauce bottle. I panicked and tried to grab it, and it slipped and went all over the floor and made a huge mess. We had a gigantic fight about this. She said I was being controlling and a killjoy and taking away her agency, and since she was totally fine, I was clearly overreacting. I genuinely don't think I did anything wrong, and I'm pretty sure the only reason nothing happened to her was that she had just started drinking, but that whole friend group is against me. Salt poisoning is a real thing. Don't date people who are careless with their own lives for views. Not the asshole. I think the real question is why are you dating an adult stupid enough to drink soy sauce and annoy people for toilet paper for attention and likes? Not the asshole. She could hospitalize herself and end up with permanent issues, not to mention lost hours of work and a fat hospital bill, if in US. Those are the things grown-ups consider before making choices. You are not dating an adult in anything but body. Not the asshole one. Dares like this are always dumb too. Being that age and doing things like this is dumb 3. Staying with someone who does shit like this would be ill-advised 4. Staying friends with people like this who would be against you for doing something smart would be also ill-advised. 5. This would indeed have most likely ended badly. 6. Always be a soy sauce slapper. Not the asshole, there's no need for her to get so salty about it. Not the asshole. Filming herself for social media posting? You need to figure out if you want to babysit a 28 years old that is childish and immature, because that's what this relationship is. You are the adult and she acts like a 12 years old. Am I the asshole for telling my friend she either uses the mobility scooter at the mall or stay home? A little context, said friend weighs 350 pounds. The only reason I know this is because we did that BMI thing on TikTok. Anyways, whenever we'll go to the mall, she'll continuously make us stop because she's out of breath and needs to sit. It's really annoying because it takes the time we have shop. And not only does she make us sit, but whines about how tired she is while we're walking. It's gotten to the point my group of friends and I have been debating whether or not we should even invite her at all. So I was like, you know what would fix this? Why doesn't she just use those mobility scooters? First, she wouldn't be as tired and out of breath, and second, it would fix our time issue. So my friends and I FaceTimed her and basically told her about our idea and asked if she was down with it. She almost busted a tit over this and went on to ask us if we were saying this to call her fat. I said no, and that we were asking because we can't deal with her constant having to stop. And basically how I didn't get why she was so offended when we were just trying to help. She called us awful people, and started saying how she couldn't control it because of her weight and we just needed to deal with it. I went on to say she was being selfish and asked how is it fair to us we waste all of our time because she makes bad food choices. And said it was either she used the scooter or she could stay home. She went on to cuss me out and hung up. All my friends think I was being nicer than they would have been and they're completely on my side. My mom thinks I was a little harsh, but she said she'd probably would have also done the same thing. It got me thinking if I was the actual asshole here. So am I the asshole? Not the asshole. I generally hate shopping to the point I will often run from shop to shop. If someone was slowing me down, I would either leave them behind or they would have to find a way to catch up. You are far nicer than me. Not the asshole. 350 pounds or 175 kilograms is morbidly obese, and that is obvious to everyone. You haven't highlighted anything or called her anything. Maybe you challenged her denial. The physical condition comes with massive limitations and physical stress. It's her life and her body and she can do what she wants with it. But equally this applies to you guys as well. If you don't want to shop like that, she has to accept that. But she will probably feel left out and you can plan another group activity with her. Maybe with movement that is easier for her, like in the water. Because if that's her current cardiopulmonary fitness level, she's going to have big problems in the future, regardless of the kilos. Not the asshole. She may be okay with being a burden to herself and destroying her body, but it's not okay that she burdens you as well. Not the asshole. I get where you are coming from. It does sound annoying having to wait for her and hear her constant bitching. If I were you, I might tell her instead that we won't slow down for her. How she handles that is her concern. If she needs to stop and sit for a while, she will be doing that solo and will have to catch up and find us after, or get a scooter and keep up with us that way. Go with her without the scooter, but when she needs to stop, don't wait with her. Tell her you will be back for her. Do make sure she knows the plan up front. Walking in the mall is good exercise for your friend. Am I the asshole for trashing the gift my girlfriend got me? Throwaway. So me, 28M, and my girlfriend, 30F, have been together for 8 years and we have been living together for 4 years. Girlfriend has always been the artsy type and always has some personal project going, but she has the tendency to get lost in her own world. We celebrated my birthday last weekend and she ended up getting me a pencil lengthier. I don't use pencils and the lengthier in question didn't even fit your typical number 2, it was purely for colored pencils. I also don't color. When she asked me if I liked it, I just quietly walked outside our home and tossed it in the trash. She was understandably upset and called me an asshole for doing that, claiming that I could have at least tried it. Here's the thing, she has been doing things like this ever since we started living together. She has been gifting me things that she likes and ultimately ends up using them. For example, last year she got a packet of Sailor Moon stickers. I don't watch Sailor Moon and she ended up using them all. She also gifted me a jewelry box one time. I don't wear jewelry, so guess who's been using it all this time? First world problems at its finest. So it's been a few days and she's still upset and has even got both of our parents to berate me for trashing the gift. She even admitted she knew I would hate it and was planning on using it after I calmed down, in a few days. A detail that she did share with others, but I am still getting name-called. Am I really the AW? And #X200B. Edit. Nearly every comment says we need to talk about this. The thing is we have, and more than once. She admitted she does this because she wants something but decides to gift it to me to say, I tried. I asked if I gave her a wish list would that help, and she said that she would never look, and well she didn't when I made and sent one to her. She on the other hand does have a wish list which I do get her stuff from, and some of that stuff is actually expensive. Info. So what do you get yourself to use on her birthdays? Not the asshole. Seriously, she is buying you gifts for herself. She makes a habit of this. Have you turned it around on her yet? For the next gift you give her, get her something you really want, and she won't want. When she gets pissed about that, explain that you thought that was how your relationship worked, since she buys things she wants when you get a gift. Not the asshole, but what the fuck is wrong with your girlfriend? Does she plan on pulling the same crap for the birthdays of your children? Does she do it for her family's birthdays, friends? Or does she only do it to you because she knows you're the only one who'll take the lack of respect? What the heck are you doing with someone so incredibly selfish, entitled, and unkind? Not the asshole, but op. Not the asshole. But why are you with someone who is so selfish? 8 years of this? She doesn't give a fuck. Edit. Change to not the asshole because I would do the same thing.